Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Sebastian. So yeah, as you can see, I am using the same team here that I've been using the past few games. Looking at his team, it looks to be pretty interesting looking actually. Um, so yeah, the question becomes, what do I want to lead with here? Um, hmm. I think we're gonna go with the Glamora in this one. Actually, seems pretty decent, and we will see how that works out. All right. So here we go. So there he is. And he's going to go ahead and lead with the Spite Ops, which is kind of fine with the Glamora lead. So definitely have a couple of options to start off the bat here. I could just go straight for the attack to get some good damage on this thing. I could just throw the Stealth Rock up. So I think, you know what, I think I'm actually just going to go for the Stealth Rock here, see what he wants to do early. We do outspeed, so we're just going to go ahead and get that Stealth Rock set up on his side of the field, which is going to be great for us. And he is going to go ahead and go for a Sticky Web, go ahead and get that entry hazard set up on our side of the field as well. So just trading hazards here. I think this time around we're just going to go ahead and go for a Power Gem, do as much damage as possible. He's actually going to go for the Switch this time around, and he is going to come in with the Poltegeist, which is interesting. So he takes that Stealth Rock damage. We are going to go for the Power Gem here. We are max special attack, and that will knock this thing to a little below half, but unfortunately Cursed Body is going to activate there to disable our Power Gem. So that's a problem because it looks like we could have taken him out with another Power Gem, but unfortunately now we can't because we can't go for it. And so I don't think an Earth Power will take him out from this range, but at the same time I don't want to try have him set up for free here, so I think we're just going to go for the Earth Power anyway. We do outspeed him, which is nice. Hit him with the Earth Power. It's not quite enough to take him out, unfortunately, as he goes for a Strength Sap in return, and that is going to go ahead and drop our physical attack. Doesn't really matter since we're purely special, but it is going to heal him up by a little bit, putting him at about half. So at this point, I think there's no reason to abandon the strategy. I think we're just going to continue to fire off Earth Powers here because we know he can't heal too much with the Strength Sap. As he stays in, we go for another Earth Power, and it does knock him right back into the red, which is nice. We do get a special defense drop, which is really nice, and that's actually going to go ahead and pop his White Herb to restore his defense. So that actually works out great for us because now he goes for the Shell Smash, and that is going to cut his defenses, of course, in exchange for giving him a sharp attack, special attack, and speed increase. And now he doesn't have the White Herb to put his defense back, so that is pretty nice. Although I guess he would probably be within range of another Earth Power anyway. So I don't know what kind of attacks he's going to be packing here. So I don't think we can really make a risky prediction at this point since he is set up. So I think we just have to go for the Earth Power again. He does outspeed us. He Giga Drains, which takes us down to a little under half, which is going to get him back up to about half off the recovery. But we go for the Earth Power in return, and it is actually not quite enough to take that thing out, unfortunately. So that is really unfortunate, actually, for us. Power Gem is no longer disabled, which is nice. That would have been nice last turn, but so based on that damage output, I don't think we can take another one of those. It's going to be close, but at the same time, we don't really have a viable switch into a Giga Drain, so I think we just have to stay in and see if we can take it. So now we're just going to go back to Power Gem since it's not disabled. We know he's going to outspeed us. He goes Giga Drain, and unfortunately, we cannot take that, so that's going to go ahead and finish off our Nihilego, or I should say Glamora. I've confused myself a little bit with that a number of times, but Yeah, that's the joke. So that's going to knock us down to 5. I think the best course of action here is to go ahead and come in with the Palafin, as it is the only Pokemon that has priority on our team here. So we're going to come in with that. Sticky Web is going to reduce our speed, which is unfortunate. But I think from that range, especially after the defense drop, a Choice Band Jet Punch should finish this thing off. So that's exactly what we're going to do. He stays in, and indeed the Jet Punch is going to finish the Poltegeist off, and that is going to knock him down to 5. So not the worst of exchanges there for us. So we will see what he wants to bring in response. It is going to be the Spite Ops again, and he is going to take some Stealth Rock damage there. So I think, unfortunately, since we are Choice Band locked into Jet Punch, we definitely want to switch out here. And I think we're just going to go ahead and switch in with the Dock Spun here. We do resist his Stab move, so it seems like a relatively decent idea. So that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And we are going to get the speed reduction off the Sticky Web, of course, unfortunately, as he is just going to go for Toxic Spikes, which is very unfortunate. So that's going to have those set up on us. Now, it is very unfortunate because we don't have any real hazard removal on this team either. And now that we lost Glamora, we're going to be stuck with those. So I think we just go for the play rough here, try to take this thing out before it can further set up. We hit it. Unfortunately, it is not going to be enough to take this thing out. He does survive with about a quarter HP and goes for another layer of Toxic Spikes. So that is definitely bad news. We're going to have to be dealing with Sticky Webs and Toxic Spikes for the rest of the match here, which is not good. But I think we're just going to go play rough again here, and luckily we don't miss a play rough here. The second one here is going to be enough to finish off the Spite Ops and knock him down to 4. So we're not in the worst of positions, but we're definitely in a potentially dangerous situation with all the hazards he has set up on us that we can't remove. So we'll have to see how this plays out. He's going to go ahead and switch in with the Goldengo, which is definitely a force to be reckoned with. He is going to take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage. So now the question becomes, do we want to try to switch out and take an attack from this thing? Let's see here. I don't know that we really want to be honest. I don't think we really have the best of switches to this thing. And Dock Spun doesn't look like it's super useful for the rest of his team. So I think we're just going to stay in here and try to crunch this thing to get some damage, as he should outspeed us more than likely. But we'll see what he wants to do. I guess we could have Terra'd also. That would have been an option, but kind of forgot about that for a second. So, yeah. We'll see what he wants to do here. He is definitely thinking about this longer than I thought he would. And so he is going to stay in and go Shadow Ball, so over-predicting a switch on our side there. That's going to knock us down by about half. We go for the Crunch in return, and that's going to take this thing down to about a quarter with a critical hit, actually, which is incredible. And then we do get the defense drop on this thing, too. So staying in there with the Dock Spun and him over-predicting a little bit really hurt him there. That worked out great for us. So I think this time around, we could definitely change it up. I don't know if he really has anything. I guess he has something that want to switch into a Crunch, but I think we just stay the course here and Crunch again. It looks like we should be able to take another Shadow Ball from this thing if he stays in. We are actually max HP with an Assault Vest, so yeah, that worked out very well for us. So now he's definitely contemplating what to do here. As that last turn did not go his way, so we'll see what he wants to do this time. He's more than likely choice item in some way, as these things usually are, so, and he's probably deciding whether or not he thinks he wants to risk the Shadow Ball. So if he stays in and Shadow Balls again, there's a chance it could take us out, depending on whether or not the roll was low or high last time. But he actually does stay in, goes for the Shadow Ball. Can we take it? Yes, with 13 HP in the red, Dock Spun hangs on. We go for the next Crunch in return, and that is going to get rid of that Goldengo and knock him down to 3. So that is incredible. Dock Spun putting in the work in this one, and that is great for us. So we will see what he wants to bring in now in response. So it is going to be the Great Tusk. So he's going to come in with that and take some Stealth Rock damage, just a little bit. And so there's really no point in switching Darkspawn right now, so we're just going to go ahead, stay in, and I think we're just going to... we've been getting really lucky, so I think we're just going to go ahead and click Psychic Fang, actually, in case we outspeed him. Don't want to risk missing a play rough to get some chip damage, but he's actually going to go ahead and Terrastallize, and he's going to go into a Pure Ground type here. So he's got the Pure Ground type Great Tusk here, as he actually does outspeed us, unfortunately. He goes for the Rapid Spin, and that will finish off the Darkspawn, knocking us to 4, as well as give him a speed boost. So that's definitely not great for us. It's also going to get rid of the hazards, and he is going to take some Life Orb recoil there. So that's definitely not great for us. So now with the speed increase, I'm thinking that we actually probably can't outspeed this thing with either the Meowscarada or the Kilowattrel. So I think our best option here, he is a pure ground type at this point. I think our best option is actually to go ahead and come in with the Palafin and try to take an attack from this thing. So that is what we're going to do. Of course, we have 0 to Hero to transform us. We are going to take the speed reduction off the Sticky Web and get badly poisoned, which is obviously bad news. But yes, we do have our hero mode activated, so I think the best course of action here is we could... Now, we do have a little bit of a choice potentially on our hands here, because we could Terrastallize to get the extra damage output on the Jet Punch, but I don't know that it's really worth it, although if this plan fails, I don't know what else we can really do, so... But you know what? I don't really want to use the Terrastalization just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and just fire up a Choice Band Jet Punch at this thing. He stays in. We hit him, and it actually is enough to go ahead and take that Great Tusk outright, which is incredible, considering that thing has really good defenses. So Choice Band. Palafin really just getting us out of a jam there. That's awesome, as we do take some damage from the poison. So yeah. That is great. Now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Meowscarada. And so we are Choice Band locked into Jet Punch. I don't really want to stay in here. I think he does have 2 Pokemon left, the Meowscarada and the Fluttermane, I believe it is. So what do we want to do here? I don't really want to leave Palafin in here. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch into our own Meowscarada to face this one down, actually. Hopefully that doesn't bite us, but we'll see what happens here. So there it is. And he's, of course, we're going to get the speed reduction off the Sticky Web and get poisoned from the Toxic Spikes, as he is going to go ahead and go for a Flower Trick, which is fine. The Protean's going to change him to a pure grass type. He hits that, and that takes us down a little below half with, of course, the guaranteed critical hit. And then we are going to take some poison damage there as well. So unfortunately, he's pretty much guaranteed to outspeed us here, thanks to the speed reduction on the Sticky Web. So I think the only thing we can really do here is just click a move, but we're more than likely going down. We'll just go ahead and click U-turn, and the off chance we can make something happen. But no, he is just going to go ahead and go for the Flower Trick once again, and that will finish us off from that range for sure. And that's going to knock us down to 3 Pokemon. So now I think the best course of action at this point is to go ahead and come in. Now we have a little bit of a choice on our hands. We could go Kilowattrel, or we could go Houndstone. If we go Houndstone, we know we're not going to outspeed. I think Kilowattrel actually does outspeed Meowscarada, so I think that's going to be the play here. We're going to go ahead and come in with the Kilowattrel. We will not take the Sticky Web or the Poison, thanks to the fact that we're a Flying type, which is great. So I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and attempt to fire off a Choice Specs Air Slash on this thing. and we'll see what he wants to do here. And he is actually going to go for the switch, which is good news for us. And he is going to be coming in with, of course, the Fluttermane, his only other Pokemon here. So we're going to get a Choice Specs Air Slash on this thing. He actually has the booster energy for a Photosynthesis special attack increase, which is not good, obviously. We get that Choice Specs Air Slash, which is going to take that thing down by about half, which is great. So another one of those should finish this thing off. I don't think this thing gets super effective coverage for us. And in any event, I don't know that it's really worth trying to switch at this point. So I think the best course of action here is just to go ahead, stay in, and fire off another Choice Specs Air Slash. We actually do outspeed him, which is incredible. We're going to hit that Choice Specs Air Slash, and that is just going to get rid of that Fluttermane outright, knocking him down to 1. So Kilowattrel putting in the work once again here, which is great. So his last Pokemon is going to be that Meowscarada. So now the only question is going to become what kind of coverage does this thing have for us? So I think there's no reason not to just stay in here and fire off one more Choice Specs Air Slash. We do outspeed, which is incredible, and the last Choice Specs Air Slash with a critical hit, although I don't think that mattered at all, is going to get rid of the Meowscarada, and that is game. So we are going to win that one 3-0 against Sebastian, but that was actually a really good game. Very close, very competitive. We definitely were on the up and up there in that one. And yeah, it definitely worked out for us. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is going to be the last game that I post with this team here. I decided go ahead and knock it back down to 5 games per team in this generation as well in these games. So this will be the last one. I had a lot of fun using this team. Again, it was a modified version of my in-game team here on Scarlet and Violet, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm going to be looking forward to putting it to the side, though, and starting up with another brand new team next time. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.